Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. As it says in the thumbnail, I am going to take this brass and actually a few more pieces that have yet to come, and I'm going to build something out of it. It's going to be a mega project, but not so much in the sense of something that's really large, but more in the sense of something that's going to be really quite complicated and something I've actually never built before. And hopefully I've garnered enough skills over the years to actually put something like this together. Now, succeed or fail, I'm going to take you guys along for the ride, and hopefully in the end we'll end up with something that works. If not, hopefully also we'll just at least learn something about the whole process. Now, when I first started working in pet stores, and we're talking about quite some time ago now, they had one of these in the pet store, and even at that time it was considered kind of a relic. But it worked really well, and it actually worked for quite some time while I was there. Now what I'm talking about is, it was an old style piston air pump. It was, I don't remember if it had one or two cylinders. The one I'm planning on building is going to have two. And like I said, it worked really well, it was reliable, and that's going to be some of my criteria. I've looked on YouTube, and I've looked up DIY builds for air pumps, and some of them are made out of plastic, some of them are hot glued together. There's a whole pile of stuff that I would consider you can plug in, get it to work long enough to get the recording, and then Lord knows what's going to happen with it after that. I don't want to build anything like that. I want to build something that I can actually install in my fish room, and my goal is to get at least enough air out of it to be able to run something like the 5-stage airlift build. And that'd be kind of cool to have these two things stuck side by side. And like I said, that is my goal. And to that end, I'm not going to run a single cylinder. I'm going to run 2 cylinders. And they're obviously going to be on different strokes. While one is supplying air to whatever is being driven, the other one's going to prime. And then they'll keep cycling and switching places. So, like I said, that's the goal. And whether or not I'm actually going to succeed, we'll see as we go along. So, to that end, I'm going to make it out of brass, not plastic or I've seen syringes and all sorts of other stuff, or even just a rubber diaphragm kind of style. I want to make something that, like I said, is going to last. So I'm going to make it out of brass, and that way it won't corrode or anything as well. I am going to try and make functional valves and all that sort of stuff as well. But all that is going to happen probably over an extended period of time, because it's not, like I said, it's not going to be a simple build. It's going to be something that's going to take some time to put together, and I'm going to show you all the machining processes, and hopefully I'll be able to do a video a week on this until we have, like I said, a functional project. Obviously I don't want to spend too much time for take away from other videos, especially because what I'm doing right here right now. This is obviously one of the high humidity planter filters. Well, actually it's going to be 2. Whenever I build something like this, it's just as easy, and it takes marginally more time to build 2 of it than to build 1, and I actually do need probably multiples of this. But I needed 2 right away because I am trying to expand my fish breeding, because I'm not sure what it's like where you are, but it's very difficult to actually get good quality stock at the moment. So I really need to ramp up my fish breeding to have more, so I have enough available for all my clients. So I'm going to build 2 high humidity planter filters that are going to go on the 16-inch tanks at the far right of the recycled rack, the new section. So that's just enough space taken away from regular stuff, so I have a really good colony of guppies going at the moment in one of my tanks, which has also got a high humidity planter filter with an undergravel filter feeding it. And I want to divide that culture up, and also I want to divide up one of the other platy ones I have going, and I want to get them again, like, producing enough of them now that I can have more than enough of a steady supply of babies, but also enough that I can start culling them out in the sense of taking the ones I don't want to really breed anymore and putting them into clients' tanks. So that is the reason why you're watching me build this. And then I've built a few of these now, and I am trying out slightly different things. You'll notice one change right here right now, and that is the 4 holes, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. All the water for these single lift stack underground filters comes up through the middle like this. And what it does, if I have holes in the middle and the front, it just goes straight into the aquarium and doesn't necessarily hit all the plants. So this is going to have a solid wall in front of it, and hopefully it'll make it have to go around. And that's the reason for that. And also you'll notice that I've gone to the center tube again. That actually works really well for taking it off, putting it back on with ease. And I've gone to the brackets on the planter part of this instead of the high humidity cap. So it just makes the cap easier to put on and remove. So like I said, I'm going to keep trying different aspects of this, keep trying slightly different ways of putting together, and in time, hopefully I'll get all the bugs out of it, and it will be an extremely functional thing. Right now it actually is very functional. Even the first one I made I really like, but I want to make it easier to maintain, and even though it doesn't require much in the way of maintenance, it's just a good idea. As I always say, keep it simple, keep it easy to do, and you won't mind actually doing the maintenance on it. So to that end, I am trying to make them more maintenance friendly, and this is a simple way of doing it. The hose, the lift stack with the rigid airline tubing, and then the air tubing itself will go straight up the center where you see that hole, and then I can just pull the line out, lift the cap off, do some maintenance on it, and if I need to take it out, it just lifts straight up over the underground filter, and then just goes straight back on top. And you'll see how they run at the end. It's a very simple setup, and I'm hoping that, well, I'm not having difficulties with the flow rate through them, but I am noticing that it does tend to go more through the middle than sides. So hopefully with the extra, or the difference in the holes, I'll get slightly different flow patterns, and we'll see how that goes. But I find for breeding fish, undergravel filter to high humidity planter filter gives an extremely stable environment, and it's really good for raising colonies of things. In this particular case, it's going to be guppies and platies, but I suspect it will work really well for other things as well. And I slowed down this clip here for that particular section right there because I'm trying to do this as a sort of like almost like a speed run. I'm trying to put these together as quickly as possible, and even with methylene chloride, I was going a little too fast for it to glue, for it to set, so you saw that this almost fell off. But again, it's very easy to reset, so it's no big deal. So this is not going to be part of any real project. These are just for the maintenance business, trying to keep up with demands for fish, even though they're a lot less now. Like I said, with not being able to get as good a supply as I used to get, mostly because most people can't get in shipments anymore because of crazy air freight and all that other stuff. So I'm going to try to switch more over to local breeders and to raising my own. And so that's the reason for this. But I do have lots of plant and other projects coming up, and live food projects. And that will be, obviously, for another video, but it's just something I wanted to mention here as well. So I think I'm going to be getting the last of the brass I need for the air pump tomorrow. But I haven't decided whether it's going to be like a ongoing Wednesday thing or a Friday thing. It'll be one or the other. I'm going to keep the Sunday vlogs as is, and then I'm going to pick one of those 2 days. Most likely it's going to be Wednesday, and I will start that build, show you the project as it goes along, and then of course you guys will be able to give input on it as always, and let me know what you think and suggestions for different aspects of how you think it should go together. So as always, if you like this style of video, please let me know below and leave a like or subscribe as you feel fit. And these here are going to have plants in them, obviously. I just got them up and running, get them, get everything splashing so that it gets all nice and wet. And I'm going to put in mostly Java Fern, obviously, but I have some Red Luigia I'm going to put in there as well. And anyway, we'll see how this goes. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.